We in the building. We in the building. We in the building, bitch. We in the building. We in the building. We in the building. We in the building, bitch. We in the building.
Finally, RZeroB and PTA have come back to Giants Talk, which means that finally RZeroB and PTA have come back to BGN. Now, we need you to sit back, buckle your seatbelts, because we got a show for you tonight. We are going to be talking a little bit about the Minnesota Vikings game. We're going to be talking a little bit about how we're going to clinch a playoff spot against the Indianapolis Colts.
Wait, I mean, okay, all right, continue.
We're going to talk about potential injury player returns. And last but not least, we have a little present for you guys at the end of the show where my man PTA has got one of the biggest giveaways in Giants history.
It's not in Giants
Okay.
history.
Well, on this show. Okay?
Yeah. On this
show.
Tony going crazy. He said he wants the fucking ticket. Well, you're gonna have to wait, and you have to wait, and I'm going to tell y'all how you can win the ticket. Okay, just
we
wait.
are giving away 2, not 1, but 2 home field tickets to New York Giants Stadium to watch your team, because you ain't getting it if you're a Colts fan. If you are a fan of the Giants, to go watch your team clinch a playoff berth. And listen, my man right here, he a high roller. You can see it by his hat, beard all lined up.
Listen. I talk a lot of shit, y'all. All right, but I'm broke. I'm broke as
all
fuck, y'all. Don't let no one ever tell you different. All right, just peek behind the actual curtain, like because this is the person. This is the person that runs Pest the analyst, and all this. This is the guy that runs it. I'm fucking broke. Don't ever get it twisted.
I mean,
okay?
I'm just saying.
I got all the money, motherfuckers. I got all of it.
I'm talking.
You know what I'm saying
section. I'm talking section.
Holla
124. Okay,
What?
we're talking section 124, right? We're talking seats 9 and 10. We're talking about in the end zone where the Giants come out of the tunnel.
They're pretty good seats. They're
so you can see your franchise quarterback.
Look, you see Sir Mayhem. You see what Sir Mayhem said?
No,
Sir Mayhem said, "Am I giving away Rob's co-host space?"
Absolutely not. But we're giving away them tickets. So stay tuned. Like, subscribe, comment, share. If you know what's good for you. If you smell what RZeroB.
That's the wrong way.
Yeah, this way.
That way.
And PTA.
I don't know how to do this shit. Okay.
And Sergeant Mayhem's beard is cooking.
Yeah.
A PTA?
Yeah. What's going on with you, Rob? How you doing, man? How was your Christmas?
How do I look? Do I look good?
You look like.
Do I look a little bit more crisp? Santa dropped a little present under the tree, a little Elgato face cam.
I see the crispiness. I see the crispiness. Listen. You know, we are slowly but surely coming up, right? But don't get it twisted. I'm gonna stay in the mud. At some point, Rob's gonna fucking forget that I exist. He's gonna forget all the little people that he stepped on to get to where he's gonna get, and I'm gonna still be here in the mud. Don't worry about it, okay? But we at least trying to make it look a little something. You know what I'm saying? A little something for you.
I will never forget where I came from and who helped me get there ever.
Yo, so yeah, how was your Christmas, man?
Hey, Christmas was good, man. A little bit. My parents came in a little bit depressing. You know, my dog Oreo, he was 10. He's been battling cancer. At least that's what we feel it was. My parents were coming in. He was holding off. Started at the beginning of November. Looked like he got better, but then his abdominal area expanded again and blew up, and he was fought hard, and unfortunately the Friday before Christmas Eve, I was working. It was about 5:15. I was about to get off my shift. Chelsea comes downstairs and said he died. I didn't know who she was talking about. I thought because we had a couple of big famous people that passed away due to suicide, and I thought like she knew somebody. I was like, who died? And she said Oreo, and I ran upstairs. I put my customer on hold, and he was gone. And it was tough. I was hoping that he would at least make it so that my parents could see him and say goodbye. But he fought hard. He just got home today. We have his urn with his ashes in it. We're gonna get it engraved. But he's finally home. So we dealt with that. But it was good. My parents came, got to spend some time with my parents, my brother. I had the kids open up gifts, ate some good food, watched a hell of a game on Saturday with my pops. I haven't watched football with him in a long time. It was good. It was a lot of fun, man. So I hope yours was good. How was yours?
Christmas was low key, man. We have a strict rule about not going anywhere for Christmas. So it's just myself, the Korean, and Otis the GOAT. We was up in here doing the Christmas thing. Everything was everything. So, we had a nice quiet Christmas. Food, delicious food. The wife hooked it up. Delicious cookies, delicious everything. Yeah, and your boy was eating, and your boy was napping, and then your boy was watching football on Sunday. You know what I mean? Or on Saturday, and then also on Sunday as well. But let's talk about the game on Saturday, just really quickly, right? Because that's unimportant. What just happened is very, very unimportant. There are way more important things. Wolves, where are you at, man? Damn. You know what's funny, Wolves? I saw a tweet. Right, and it was a picture of soccer players in Paris, and the caption said, "Who was in Paris?" And I was going to send it to you, Wolves, but I couldn't find your Twitter handle for some weird reason. I think the government shut your ass down because you be saying some crazy shit on Twitter. Anyway, we got more important stuff to talk about than what happened this past weekend, but we're going to talk about it. We're going to go ahead and we're going to get our feelings out about it. I know Rob has talked about it about 75,000 times and probably cursed about 15 or 20 people out at this point of the week. Okay. And cool. He's suspended from Twitter. Of course you're suspended from Twitter. Jeez Louise.
12 minutes.
Jeez Louise.
What?
What? Okay, anyway, y'all, because
I'm making a party pizza. The square ones. Time.
Did you just Vogue up in here? Okay. Anyway, something's wrong with you. Tell me what you thought about this game on Saturday, man. How were your thoughts?
Well, I mean, I was hyped. My dad's never seen me like that during a game. So he was like, "Are you all right?" And I said, "Yeah." I was cursing and screaming and and everything. And I was, my dad was always like, "Calm down." My mom was like, "Watch your mouth." I kept just saying, "It's football." It's football. Look, I mean, I thought they fought hard. I thought I thought this was probably Daniel Jones's one. I thought this was Daniel Jones's probably, I wouldn't say necessarily his best statistical performance, but I think this was a very good performance in the fact of he looked confident that he could do anything that he wanted on the field that day. Maneuvering in the pocket, making the throws, running, extended plays with his legs. Defense played well. I know Justin Jefferson had like 12 catches for like $133 and a touchdown, but I mean, that's better than people were expecting him to get like 300 yards against, McLeod and Fabian Moreau. There was like two interceptions that were overturned. I think the flat one was an interception because his butt came down, then his body hit. But
it was so close.
It was very, very close. I mean, you could go either way with it.
Yeah, it was very close.
Obviously, they ruled it an incomplete pass. I thought it was an interception. The Fabian Moreau one, I don't really think – I know he grabbed the hip a little bit. I don't think that really impacted the play that much, but they negated that. I thought Azeez Ojulari was going to get the strip sack on Kirk Cousins. Kirk was able to hold on to that.
Yeah, he held on to that ball, yeah.
He held on to that. But it was about overcoming the things that happened to us, right? Daniel throws an interception. Bellinger fumbles the football. There's a block punt, right? And I love the way that the team responded despite the 3 turnovers. We were still in the game. It took a 61-yard field goal with 4 seconds left to put us away. I like the way Daniel responded. Listen, when you throw the ball 42 times, you're prone to make a mistake, but how are you going to respond when you make that mistake? And he responded. It didn't come up to points. He got the ball back, drove him down the field, and they scored a touchdown and got the 2-point conversion to tie the game. So I thought he played well. I thought Barkley played well. I thought the defense did a good job. Kayvon was a little bit quiet. The pass rush wasn't as active as the previous week, against Taylor Heineke. But all in all, I thought it was a good performance. And listen, whatever you want to say about the Vikings, frauds, this, that, and the third or whatever, the record is what the record is, right? They're 12-3, so they're a 12-3 football team. They've won, scores by, 1 possession or more. I mean, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter whether you win by a point or you win by 40 points. A win's a win. And the fact that we stuck it out with a 12-3 team to the very end, I think that says a lot about the fight of this team. I think it says a lot about the coaching staff. I think it says a lot about their heart. So I like what I saw. Despite the fact of the loss, I thought it was a good limit test to say, for the players to be like, hey, listen, this is one of the best teams in the NFC. And we can compete with them, right? Like we can compete with them. And I thought it was good because you get embarrassed by Philadelphia, and then you come around and you have that game. So I thought it was good, man. I thought it was good.
So let me tell you about oh man, he really was getting a party pizza. Pepsi, and with a Pepsi. God, he's got service with a smile at his crib while he's on a live stream. Listen, let me tell y'all something, y'all. Get you.
My wife is a beautiful woman.
Get you a woman that loves you the way Mrs. RZeroB loves RZeroB. You know what I mean? Anyway, let me tell you about my game watching experience on Christmas Eve. Okay. So, the game was getting ready to start, and I had made the conscious decision that I wasn't going to get out of my bed. So I was kisses and stuff. So I was literally laying in my bed, and thankfully, I've got an adjustable base bed, so I kind of had the head propped up.
Ooh, those are the best.
Listen.
For a lot of reasons.
Listen, yes. Listen. Okay, for one,
I need to stop because I have too many kids.
Yeah, you do. For one, the Marine Corps, gave me some back issues. But for 2, I'll be causing back issues. You know what I'm saying? Bam! So anyway, I'm in my bed, got my head, I got the head propped up. I got me a little drink off to the side, and I've decided that I am going to watch this game laying down in my bed, which is something that I never do, okay? I never, ever lay down in the bed and watch football. I sit on the couch.
I can't. I have to stand up.
I can't. I'm not the type of person that can lay down and watch a football game, especially a Giants game. Especially the Giants game, okay? Like any other game, sure, I can lay in the bed, but not a Giants game, all right? I watched this entire game from the comfort of my bed, y'all. And it was some of the most fun I have fucking had as a Giants fan in a long-ass time. Let me tell you why. So we get into this game, and this game, we know that, hey, man, you know, it's a long shot, but if we can win this game and all of these other teams, they lose, then we can make the playoffs. And y'all know how I feel about them. But playoffs? I'm talking about playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs? Listen, playoffs is a bonus right now. I'm happy with it. I'm not complaining about it, right? I'm happy with the opportunity, but none of us thinking playoffs. So I'm just sitting here enjoying the fact that there's a possibility that we could win this football game and make the playoffs, because all of a sudden I see all these other teams that you know need to lose for this to happen. I see them all lose. And I'm like, oh shit, there's a shot here. There's actually a shot here. And then the Giants start playing some football. Then the Giants start actually playing some football, and we got ourselves a football game. And I immediately, by the end of this game, I am out of the bed and I am standing up in my bedroom yelling at TV. When Saquon scored that touchdown on that fourth down, I jumped out and was, Saquon! And then we got that 2-point conversion, and I was like, holy shit, we can win this fucking game. And I was having fun. I was enjoying rooting for my team. I was enjoying being able to be excited about us potentially winning a football game in December with playoff implications, okay? Let's just put some of this shit in perspective here, y'all. Like that's where my mental mind frame is about this football team, is that it's still year zero. It's still year zero, y'all. And we got an opportunity to potentially make the playoffs. What is there for us to even be angry about? What is there for even us to be? I mean, like, listen, we didn't think this team was going to be good. And now we are in a situation, as the title of this stream says, win and you're in. When is the last time we said this about the New York Football Giants? Win and you're in. That's all you have to do is go and win a football game against an opponent that is beatable. A lot of y'all talking real slick about my Indianapolis Colts, and I'm not going to sit here and let y'all just traipse all over the goddamn blue horseshoe, okay? I know it's Giants to the death of me, but it's the Colts to the left of me, okay?
I forgot you're a closet Colts fan.
It's the Colts to the left of me. I'm willing to sacrifice the life of my Colts. I will kill them right now for the Giants to get in the playoffs. Don't get twisted.
Why are you a Colts fan?
I'm a Colts fan because I was a really huge fan of Peyton Manning, right? When Peyton Manning came into the league, not the first year because he was terrible the first year, but the second year, third year, fourth year, you start to see things from Peyton Manning, and Peyton Manning was just super ass good. And I was just like, I really like Peyton Manning. I really like watching this guy play football for some reason, because I wasn't smart enough football-wise at that point in my life to really understand why I like Peyton Manning so much. But now I understand, because he's the fucking GOAT. Like, it is what it is, right? He's one of the best in regards to his computer. He's one of the best quarterbacks in the history of the fucking league. He can look at what you're doing from miles away and tell you what you're going to do. This man is a genius when it comes to this football shit. So I love Peyton Manning. Love him. And because of that, I started following the Colts as well as the Giants. And then when we ended up getting Eli Manning, and I was like, I like both Mannings. Let's go. So I didn't have to feel like a piece of shit. I like both Mannings. I love the whole Manning family. That's why. I'm a Manning boy. What do you want from me?
So you like Cooper?
Cooper's my favorite. Cooper's my favorite.
So do you want to tank for Arch Manning?
What?
Would you like to tank for Arch Manning?
No. What? Fuck? What the fuck? Fuck? No. What? No. What you mean? No.
Yeah,
No.
No.
No. Fuck that. Fuck no. No. You crazy? Tank? The fuck does that mean?
You
I
want
don't know what that means.
Do you want Arch Manning on the Giants?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know how. Can we wait and watch this young man play football at a collegiate level? Can we just see?
I have a feeling after his first game, you're gonna be like, "Give me Arch Manning."
Shut the fuck up! No, I'm not. That's stupid.
You are.
That's the most ridiculous thing I heard in my goddamn life.
You are.
Who the fuck? Who's your favorite? That's the correct answer. Who's your favorite Manning? Cooper. That's the right answer. Cooper's my favorite. Anyway, so yeah, listen. I will slaughter these Colts if it means that the Giants.
Arch isn't coming out in 5 years. He's coming out in like 3.
Yeah, maybe 3.
I think like 3.
Maybe 3. So listen, I'll slaughter the Colts for the Giants to make the playoffs. And this is this is a game that the Giants can and probably should win, right? This team is better coached. This team has better scheme. This team has kind of a better foundation, right? Even though I'm sure they love Jeff Saturday in that locker room. I love Jeff Saturday. Smart young man.
I love Jeff.
Oh shit. Well, look at this asshole.
Yo,
This asshole.
it's good. It was good.
Look at this asshole.
How y'all doing?
What's going on with you, man? How you doing?
I got me a party pizza. I'm doing real good.
Yeah, he's got a party pizza.
What's a party pizza? A pizza all for yourself?
I don't fucking know. It's a square, and he's eating it on stream because
It looks like flatbread.
I don't.
Yeah, it's one of those flat pizzas.
I
haven't eaten all day.
What the
Alright.
fuck is?
I'm a little.
You do you, man.
I donated
You do
plasma,
you.
so I'm a little. You know.
So anyway, just because let's keep the show going. Even Kush stumbled his ass in the door. I mean, I told the bouncers don't.
I was a little lost. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't know how we ain't moved.
We ain't hard to find.
I mean, we did put new light bulbs and shit up though. So
Yeah,
it's
this
a little.
place usually looks like a dump. So I don't know. It looks a
Yeah,
bit better.
Yeah, I mean, listen, we've been
That's tough.
listen. No, I mean, listen. The man's kind of right. The man's kind of right. Okay, if you look at the evolution of PTA sports, this place used to be a dump. I mean, this place is up to bigger better things. Wolves soccer players were in Paris. I was going to give you the answers to the question because you always ask me that.
PSG.
Kush, tell me how briefly how you felt about the Minnesota Vikings game.
I already told you. I'm gonna tell the people because we had the little space with vibes afterwards, right after, which was nice to do after maybe a year or something.
We
but,
needed that shit. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Schedules finally collided correctly for once. I felt really, really good. And a little bit disappointed at the same time. Of course, the disappointment is self-explanatory. We lost the game. We lost it in a fashion which we really haven't lost in a long time, and that was that long 61-yard field goal, or just a long field goal in general, because we won a game off of one of those being missed in the very first game of the season, right? Ties are still turned. I'm not beating the Giants up too much over it. It's sad because of that and because of that only, but I'm really, really happy coming out the game because compared to how we played in the month of December or like the ending of November going into the month of December where we went 0-3-1. And really ever since the Seattle game, ever since our first loss all the way up until that Vikings game, we didn't look very good. We we're a team that's stuck in some games with some teams, and we got blown out against the Eagles, but we didn't really look very good. For whatever the reason may be. It could be a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? It could be because Saquon wasn't involved as much because they're resting him after running him into ground for 2/3 of the season. It could be because very realistically, a team that won the way we did over the first 8 games of the season just isn't sustainable over the course of an entire season. Coaching, it could be a lot of stuff, which I've called out coaching a couple of times because we got some great coaches, but they're not they're not immune to bad choices and criticism. Either way, though, we walked into that Vikings game, and I saw probably the best game that I think the New York Giants played this year. 100% offensively, the best game, because they were able to run the ball effectively. They should have ran it a bit more. I think Saquon only had 14 carries, and like I've been calling for since essentially week 1, we're still not using Matt Breida as much as I would like to. That's not a here nor there. We're still able to run the ball effectively. Daniel Jones, without doubt, had the best game of his season. I think passing and rushing wise. I know rushing wise, statistically, you'd bring up the Bears game. But this game, he pick and chose where to use his legs, and it really, really shown and came through, especially there was that 3rd and 10 conversion, I think, in the second quarter. And then both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion, that was him using his legs to extend the play and make something happen. Defensively, I'd say it's one of our better games as well because we held a Vikings team that can score up to 40 legitimately at any point in time to 24. For the most part, we held Justin Jefferson down. I know he still ended up being the difference maker.
Yeah, I think he got the bulk of
fucking
his
Justin
yards.
Jefferson, though. I mean,
but we held him down.
You know he's going to do that.
Didn't he get the bulk of his yards like near the end of the game? It was
compared to what he can do, I'd say we held him down. Like I really think that was our best game that we played all year. And maybe there's a little recency bias, but like I said, coming off of where we looked really a little slow and dead, it was really surprising to see in that Vikings game.
Nah, listen, I'm 100% with you because, like I had said, this was going to be one of those games where, we were gonna fight. We were going to compete against a really, really difficult team, and they were going to barely beat us. And it was going to be that galvanizing game that makes these players look at each other and go, "We can fucking beat these teams. Let's go do this shit." Right? And that's kind of what this game was. That's kind of what this game turned out to be. Like the Giants went in there and they battled with the Vikings, and the Vikings barely won, barely. Okay, and that's not to take anything because a lot of people want to take stuff away from the Vikings. They are where they are for a reason. Okay, they've been fucking winning football games, and they've been winning close football games, way more close football games than we have been winning. This is what they've been doing all fucking year long. If you've been paying attention, they've been winning these close games week after week after week after week, and then they did that shit to the Giants. This is the reason why. This is the reason why I was telling y'all it's gonna be a close ass game, because that's what you're gonna get from the Giants. You're gonna have to fight. You're gonna have to scrap. You're gonna have to take it. Vikings had to take it. They took it. I want to see them. I want to see him again. I want to see him in the playoffs.
I think if we play him again, it'll be a different outcome.
I want to see him in the playoffs in the same fucking stadium. Will they beat us? Maybe, but I want to see him again because I'm not fucking scared of him.
Hub,
I was scared of him because this was the game that I had circled for many weeks. I was like, this is the game. I wasn't talking about the Eagles game. I knew what was going to happen in the Eagles game. But this Vikings game was different for some reason for me. And now look at it. I'm just saying.
Hub, let me ask you this. Obviously, not to dive too much into it, but obviously there's a big decision that's got to get made at the end of the season when it comes to a few players on this team, not just one, but a few players.
Let's just talk about Daniel Jones.
And if
I love how we all try to sugarcoat it before we.
Let's just talk about Daniel Jones.
So let me ask this, realistically, because at this point, I think for the majority of us, the jury's still kind of out, but I think from a financial standpoint, we're all ready to kind of move on to that next chapter, that next story, right? But if you're Joe Shane, in all seriousness, and you look at up to this week, right, this past week, and then you look at a performance like that, where it looked like they opened up the offense. Now, granted, you could say 32 ranked passing defense, but it was the route concepts, the wheel route, the streak wheel with Richie James. I love the play that they got Daniel Bellinger from the backfield, that like a fullback position, had him kind of sneak out in between the center and the guard and do a dig route. Love that. We hadn't really seen that type of route creativity. If you're looking at that game, what are your thoughts? Put your GM cap on. What are your thoughts in the offseason with like Daniel? Do you look at that and be like, hey, okay, he showed us, I'm seeing that, this is not the first game where he's done it. He did it in Green Bay. He's done it, in Jacksonville. Is it, maybe we need to elevate some of the skill positions, or
I'll say this. Two things I'll say first. I don't know if I still got my GM cap till the offseason hits. Y'all know how it is. But I kind of take a step back with all types of GM in this season just because of how busy I've been. The second thing was randomly, right? But this kind of relates to it. I saw a tweet about Daniel Jones' debut game. We all remember it against Tampa Bay. And I was just looking at his highlights. And for some reason, I don't know why I never noticed this before. I don't know if you guys noticed it. I was looking at the throws he was making in Tampa Bay, and I was like, damn. This man used to throw so slow. How did the ball get there in time? And I'm like remembering, and I'm looking back at the highlights from the Vikings game. I'm like, yo, how has he not been picked off more than he has? It's just a random observation. I'm like, his throws used to come out so slow, and they've gotten so much better, and they've gotten a lot faster, which is, thank God that's happened.
So you're saying his release is better now, like in the Vikings?
Not only the release, but literally the time it took the ball to get to a receiver.
Yeah, he threw some fucking lasers.
Bro.
He threw some
his
lasers.
Power in his arm has really improved a good amount.
That's what it is, man. The kid threw some lasers, and y'all know how I feel about Daniel Jones. And I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. Y'all gonna be mad as shit, but Daniel Jones is gonna be here next year, y'all.
All right, Pest. Thank you for interrupting me. Let me get back to it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I know it's a la mode de Pest, but like, don't you got to treat the guests a little bit good?
You ain't no fucking guest, bitch.
Hey. First and foremost,
before you continue, ask me to send you cookies
before you continue.
You never did send it to me.
I sent you cookies, you fucking asshole.
Before you continue, though, Hub, I do need you to do one thing for me real quick. I know you may not be comfortable doing it, but I want to see it. I see the jersey that you're wearing.
Yeah.
I need you to stand up. And
listen, man, it's been a long day at work, bro.
I need you to stand up.
My back is hurting a little bit.
And I need you to do the sexy Dexy dance, baby.
You allow that man to do that on this show, baby?
Did that just happen?
Did that just happen?
Did this man just do the fucking sexy Did you just do the sexy Dexy dance on this stream, Rob? Is that what you did? You did that? Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure. This motherfucker is fired. Hey, Mayhem, you got the job, bitch.
I got the jersey on.
You got the job.
I got to do the dance if I got his jersey on, man. Rob, you asked for it. The chat asked for it last night. All right.
What? Yeah, sexy Dexy, baby.
Listen, if I'm wearing his jersey, I can't not do the dance.
Hey.
All right.
Hey, that's a sexy
your turn
fucking.
now.
Hey, that's a sexy.
Hey, John. Hey, John. Oh, okay. Oh, you want to see me do it? All right, here it goes. Here it goes.
Amazing.
Turned off his fucking camera.
Woo, that was. What y'all think about that? Was that good?
Hey, I don't know. And I'll let you continue off topic. I love, though, when we were on Sunday Night Football, that Dexter Lawrence introduced himself as Sexy Dexy.
Yeah. All right. So let me finish. Let me finish what I was saying earlier. Rob, I believe it was you that appeared on Call Into Just Chillin' a couple weeks ago. Thank you for that, by the way. And we had a similar conversation. And I'm not sure if I changed your mind, but I said something that you ended up agreeing with later on in the show. And that was, I'm going to give it till the playoffs with Daniel Jones. I still don't think they've legitimately made up their mind on what they want to do. I still think it's a continuing evaluation process. But if he goes into the playoffs, and this is what I said that night, and he has a legitimately good game, for example, I guess like he did against the Vikings, and we come out with a win, or he somehow manages to get 2 wins, I think that is something that can solidify him being back without a doubt for at least 1 year. I think his performance in the playoffs really is going to tell us a lot towards the possibility of him being here in the future or not. I could be completely wrong, because the thing is you can't go wrong. This is going to sound, and I don't think a lot of people are going to like this, I don't think you could go wrong with the Daniel Jones decision. I think if you bring him back, he's going to be a good quarterback that you could win with for a couple of years, and you can get into the playoffs with him. And at the same time, he could serve as a good bridge to whoever they draft and try to develop. And if you get rid of him and try to start anew, you can't go wrong with that at all, because they're starting anew. It's finally a legitimate new regime, right? I don't think there's a wrong decision to be made.
I agree. I don't think that there's a wrong decision. When it comes to whether they move on from Daniel or if they bring Daniel back. What I've always said was I want to let them make the decision. Whatever they decide to do, I will 150% support them wholeheartedly. But if they bring Daniel back, I want to see what's the plan. Like, don't just bring Daniel back and then we're going into an off season like with Dave Gettleman where nothing's really addressed, or you go after somebody at a position that you might need and you get like a Nate Solder type of player, right? I know that they brought in Mark Lewinsky, who wasn't a top tier interior lineman, but it was the best that they can get for the money that they had.
I'll say this though, and Pest is a Colts fan partially. Glowinski wasn't bad when he was the Colts. I just know what happened, bro. We don't have luck with free agents.
I love Glowinski coming out of the Colts. I was like, let me get that. I mean, listen,
he was great in the run game. He was great in the run game. He was probably next to Braden Smith and Quentin Nelson. He was probably their third last year, at least. He was probably their third best lineman that they had. But they, I just want to know what the plan would be. I think we've had some bright spots this year. Isaiah Hodgins has come on and been playing some really, really good ball for the Giants week after week after week. He leads our team in touchdowns for receivers, and he really just started like 3 or 4 weeks ago. That's really where he started. So he's been doing a great job. I think that's I noticed. Slayton really didn't get a lot of targets. I think he had, like 3 or a few targets on Saturday. He had a couple of grabs, but Isaiah Hodgins was the feature guy, and they were going right at Patrick Peterson, who's their best corner that they've got. So I just want to know what the plan would be. I agree with you, Hub. I think you can win with him. I think he could potentially compete, but yes, things have to be right on the roster. Good offensive line, a little bit more weapons, and will they invest in that? I don't know. I'm going to end up doing a video here probably near once the season is over about our cap, because there's actually a way that we can get up to $100 million in cap space this offseason. It's a very good possibility. And a big part of that is probably because we had Carl Banks jump in one of our Twitter spaces. One of my buddies was hosting, and Carl Banks jumped in there and said that the new TV deal that NFL signed with YouTube TV is going to kick in this offseason. And that's about 24, and that's $24 million per team. So you figure $54 million plus that, plus Galladay, plus some extension that you can free up some space. And then the biggest question mark is Leo, whether he's going to be, the future with the team. He's battling a neck and tricep injury right now. So who knows where he's going to be, if he needs surgery in the offseason or not.
I would definitely love to have Leo back.
I wouldn't mind it.
I was only in here for about a couple minutes, guys, but I got to pop on over now to KB's channel. The Young Guns.
Yeah, go do that Young Gun shit, man.
Thank you. Have a good one, guys.
Love you, man. Take it easy,
no
bro.
Problem.
All right, now. So okay, you know what? You were actually talking about some of the other players who have stepped up, and it's got me thinking about a player, man, Fabian Monroe. And Fabian Monroe is going to potentially have a bit of an easier life here. Now we don't know if it's this week or if it's next week or maybe in the playoffs. We'll have to wait and we'll have to see. But we had some quite the interesting injury updates that popped down today. Let's quickly talk about them. Adoree Jackson, Azeez Ojulari, and Big Cat. They all had limited practice. We also got ourselves an Xavier McKinney sighting. He was just running, though. He wasn't doing anything crazy. He was just running during like the media portion. But what do you think about these injuries, man? Oh, also Dexter Lawrence. It was like a
vet day.
A rest day. Yeah, it was a rest day, but he didn't practice today either. But that's not wrong.
I think with the Xavier McKinney thing, I have a feeling he's probably going to play. I'll say this: if we win on Sunday, I don't think he plays the following week, and he'll make his appearance on in the postseason unless they want to give him like kind of let him get the rust off, and you don't want him to come back. Brian Dable did confirm today that if he was going to play, he would be playing with the club. So he did confirm that today with Pat Leonard. I think asked him that question. He confirmed that. With Big Cat, like I said before, Big Cat's battling a neck and tricep injury that he's been playing through. He's had to leave games, a few games like late in the game or early in the game, but he's trying to play through it. I expect him to do the same. Aziz, with his injury, he already said, when it happened, he said, I already knew it was nothing serious, but I just wanted to go through the motions, with the trainers and everything like that to make sure everything was good. I think he'll play. I don't think he'll be limited. The biggest one is going to be Adoree Jackson. I think Adoree Jackson coming back. Maybe I don't necessarily think he'll be in a snap count or anything like that, but I think they'll watch him. I think that's going to be big. That's going to take pressure off of Fabian. But now, you got some depth pieces, right? You got some guys in McLeod that can come in and fill some role. Flott's coming on a little bit. So definitely going to be it's definitely going to help out this secondary having Adoree Jackson coming in and playing. And that's going to be, if he's able to play this week, that'll definitely help out our defense going up against Michael Pittman. And they've got another guy there. That'll be interesting. So good stuff there. In other news too, the Giants made a free agent acquisition today, to the practice squad, I believe.
Yes,
in Jared Davis, former first-round pick for the Detroit Lions. They actually signed him off the Lions practice squad to give him a little bit of depth at the interior linebacker spot. So that makes me kind of wonder what their deal is. What are they going to do with Landon Collins? Because Landon, I don't think has been actually signed that I've seen to the active roster. I thought that he would have been been signed to the active roster.
I thought he was already on the active roster.
Is he? Okay, I didn't see any notation that they signed him to the active roster.
Yeah, fairly certain.
But that's a little bit interesting because now you've got Landon Collins that can kind of play a sub linebacker, interior linebacker role. Maybe something's going on with Jalen, but there was nothing that was reported.
Just so you know, Landon Collins is on the depth chart at will linebacker. He's behind Landon Smith on the depth chart. So he's there.
Jalen Smith, you mean, right?
I'm sorry, what did I say? Yeah, Jalen.
You said Layden Smith.
Y'all know what the fuck I'm saying. Jalen Smith.
Okay.
Why was that hard? Why was that so hard to fucking say?
Not really too sure. But
Jared Davis. Jalen.
I think Jared's out of Florida State, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's where he went to college. A fast player, very, very good, agile, strong physical guy. Just really never amounted to anything in Detroit, where they took him. Now, granted, I mean, he could have been scheme. Who knows? He's 28 years old. He is pretty quick, so we'll see what happens with him. And what they do with him. They probably added some depth there, strictly probably to go, maybe going into the Philadelphia Eagles game, maybe, who knows, doing something there. So I'm excited. I'm excited to get some of these guys back, man.
Yeah. That's kind of a really good thing. And to see some of these players.
If we have Aziz and Kayvon on the field.
Listen, if we can have Aziz, Kayvon, Adoree, if we can have some of these role players,
you can get the pass rush that we saw 2 weeks ago against.
Oh my God!
Against Washington, and we were seeing that, and we were seeing that a little bit in the beginning of the game. They were, let me retract from what I said earlier. They were getting to Kirk Cousins they were getting pressure on Kirk Cousins. He was just saying, "Fuck it." I think Justin Jefferson's down there somewhere. Here, Justin, and they just threw it up and just I mean, when you got the best wide receiver in football, you could do some shit like that, right? But they were getting pressure, and Cat and Aziz were not on the field. So if you get a Dory back, you can have Cat, Dex, Aziz, and Kayvon playing, and you can get the pressure with those four guys. And you can have a nice little rotation with Simone Fox, O'Shane, Ward, and then you've got a Dory back there.
Yep.
I think that makes this defense look it just makes it a little bit more appealing on the defensive side. I think you'll see a lot more blitzes from Wink more than what you've seen probably going as of late.
No, listen, without question. I am very, very excited to see. I'm excited to see this defense every week. All right, let me just start there because I love Wink Martindale. I know that like sometimes this man blitzes too much, but I don't give a shit. Blitz their ass, blitz them every fucking down. I don't care. I do it. I'm good with it. Be aggressive. Make other teams scared of us. That's what we want. We come in to kill your quarterback, and I love it. So, like, I'm excited to watch this goddamn defense play, and hearing about some of these names potentially coming back, it just gets my juices flowing. No pause, all right? I love defense. I love defense, and I love that this defense has some fucking pieces here, man, and some pieces that we didn't even expect to be here. I'm super happy about that. Now, a lot of talk about these weapons, right? A lot of talk about why the fuck is Kenny Golladay still? Never mind. A lot of talk about these wide receivers, right? I'm looking at the depth chart. I'm trying to figure out why Kenny Golladay is listed as a starter. Does he still play?
He played Saturday.
Is he on the field?
He tripped, and that's what got Richie James open.
I was going to say, is he running routes?
He was. He ran a route. He got his jersey pulled.
Fuck, man. All right, cool, man. Listen, I am still concerned about our abilities on offense, right? And here's the deal. I'm glad that Hodgins is emerging as someone who is reliable. I am definitely glad that Darius Slayton is being available and dependable. I'm always concerned about him dropping the ball. I'm sorry, that's just not going. Every time you throw at him, I'm like, oh God, please catch it. Like, that's just what I'm gonna do. Okay, sorry. But I mean, what do you think we can do offensively against these Indianapolis Colts to win this game? What do you think?
Well, they have a very good defense. They're ranked 15. At least they were ranked 15 going into last week. And they lost Shaquille Leonard for the season. He's done. And so that is going to open up the middle of the field. So with the middle of the field, I would like them to try to take advantage of the middle of the field with Richie James and Daniel Bellinger. Kind of get a little bit physical there. You're going to have, they got a really good corner. Now they also lost Charles Rogers, their second corner. So their number 2 corner, he's done for the year with a knee injury. So he just got put on IR today as well. So their second starting corner is down. So, you're going to have another guy that's going to be there. Gilmore, I don't know who Gilmore is going to cover. He might cover Darius Slayton because they don't want to get burnt. Or he might cover Isaiah Hodgins because of the game that he just had. If they, let's just say for the off chance they decide to put him on Isaiah Hodgins, you're going to have Darius Slayton now on a third string corner. Okay. That's going to be there, right? That's something that you need to try to take advantage of. Okay. They've got a safety back there. I can't remember his name. He wears number 25, I believe. He's a little bit of a ball hawk. He makes some plays. He can cover some ground. I can't think of his name right now, but but he can make some plays. DeForest Buckner has, done an okay job so far this season. But what I would think that I think that Saquon is better than Austin Eckler, who I think they held to like 3.6 yards per carry. And I would think that Saquon can get over 4 yards a carry. So take advantage of the backup corner, right? Take advantage of that. Get physical at the line of scrimmage, like they did. Get out the pocket. Keep Daniel Jones on the move. Let him be able to use his legs. I think this is going to be a game where Daniel would be able to use his legs. They've got Kwity Paye. Kwity Paye is, he's an okay guy, but I think he could be had. Shaquille Leonard, like I said, he's done for the year. That would be the only guy that if Jones is going to be running, you need to be worried about. So get Daniel Jones on the move, and run the football. Take advantage of the middle of the field. Defensively, we need to attack their line. They got Braden Smith, who's a good right tackle. Ryan Kelly, who I think is a top-tier center in this league. I don't think he gets enough credit. And obviously, you got Quentin Nelson. That's going to be a fun battle. See Quentin and Big Cat and Quentin and Dex go at it. That's
I want to see Quentin versus Dex.
It's a top-tier lineman going up against a top-tier D lineman, right? So I want to see that fight. And if Vidori's back, you're going to have decent corners, going up against a rookie wide receiver. So it'll be interesting. I don't think Pittman's a rookie. I think he's a second-year guy, but that's what we're going to need to do offensively. Sustain the ball, run the ball down their throat if you can, take advantage of the middle of the field, get Daniel Jones out of the pocket, get him to make plays with his legs, get him to make throws on the run. That's pretty much going to be it.
Hey yo, Mayhem, why you want to yell about tight ends? Because we ain't got a whole bunch. I mean, hey, they don't. This ain't coach. Who the fuck is that team no more? We don't need 15 tight ends apparently. You know what I mean, like I don't know. Listen, when I look at this coach team, right? I never sleep on them. Okay, I never sleep on this coach team because they're tough, they're gritty, and they got some good ass players on that team.
Sarge, I think Nick Vanette could be a good secondary tight end for us. He's big, he's physical, he can block, he can catch. I think that they can use Nick Vanette. I think he's got a good. I'm not saying he's a top tier guy, but if you're looking to have a second tight end, I think Nick Vanette provides you an outlet of at least a second tight end if you want to go to 12 or 13 personnel. And you want to have a couple of big tight ends on the field. You can go. Go with Vanette and Bellinger. Sorry, go ahead.
Look at my guy yelling out personnel. I'm so fucking happy, man. I'm so proud of you. So fucking proud of you yelling out personnel. Okay, let's do this, right? Because we are at 10 after 9. We got about another good 20 minutes. Tell me what you are looking forward to the most in this game against the Indianapolis Colts. Now, you mentioned Quentin Nelson versus a Big Cat, or Quentin Nelson versus a Dexter Lawrence, right? But what are some other things that you're really looking for in this game? What are you hoping to gain aside from the obvious, right? A win and making it into playoffs.
Yeah.
What do you hope to see in this game that will have you walking away feeling good about this team?
Daniel Jones. I want to see what Daniel Jones is able to do after a solid performance against Minnesota, which, you're seeing, 32 ranked passing defense. But like I said, he looked the most comfortable in that game where he felt confident that there was nothing that he wasn't able to do. He was willing to take the risks. He said, he looked confident. I want to see what he's able to do in this game, coming off of that game. You got a good corner that's out there, right? I don't think that we're going to argue that Stephon Gilmore is still a good corner. And so is Patrick Peterson, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I think we'd say Gilmore is a better corner and he can make you pay. Go out there and try to make something happen, right? I want to see what Daniel Jones is going to be able to do against this defense. How are you going to manipulate the pocket? How are you going to maneuver it? How are you going to use your legs? A couple of things that I really liked last week that I don't think a lot of people are really talking about is when you look in weeks prior, let's just use the Sunday night game, for example, or even the first game against the Washington Commanders. There were times where Daniel Jones was rolling out, and it took like forever for him to make a decision to run the football. Like, okay, things are breaking down, just go. In this previous game against Minnesota, it looked like he took like not even a second to make a decision whether he was going to run. And there was a play where he was getting chased by Danielle Hunter. He cut it inside. You could see him look at where the first down marker is. You see him look to the sideline to see where the first down marker is. And he went ahead and he got it. At the end of the game, you know, where they went ahead and before Barkley had the big run, he's running. He could have ran out of bounds, dips his shoulder down, and tries to truck the safety that's out there on the side or the corner. You know what I'm saying? Like trying to set the tone a little bit. Like I ain't scared of you. Like what? Come at me. You know, I like that. I like that little grit, that little attitude. When he had that run and he went out of bounds, it kind of looked like he was like I don't know if he slipped and that's what it looked like, but it almost kind of looked like he was like, yeah, let's go. You know, kind of something like that. You know, the touchdown that he had that he threw to Hodgins where he maneuvered the pocket, stepped up, act like he was going to run, getting the defender to come up, and then he threw the pass to Isaiah Hodgins. You know, when you look back, he was like, let's go, like he was getting hype. Like, I want to see that. I want to see how Daniel Jones performs after that performance against Minnesota to show me, okay, you know, Daniel Jones, he's ready to go. Like he knows what's at stake here, and he's ready to try to take it to the next level. And I didn't say take it. I said try to take it to the next level. You know, it's in these games where your quarterback needs to be the one to step up, to go ahead and be the leader on your team, right? To be the guy that your team can look at. What are you going to do to make the play? What are you going to do to improvise? And that's what I want to see. That's the biggest matchup for me. I want to see how Daniel Jones performs going up against his mid-tier defense. That's a better ranked defense against the pass than Minnesota. I want to see what they're able to do. Now, that's all going to also, he may not get the same amount of pass attempts. I don't think they're going to come out here throwing the ball 42 times like they did against Minnesota. But if he comes out and they throw the ball 28 times or 30 times, I want to see what he does with his opportunities. What are you going to do? I think that in any way, if you need to, play backyard football. Get your receiver, and Dave's brought that up today. He called it the scramble drill. He said, I want to know when your quarterback gets out, we practice a scramble drill so that they know what they got to do. Make a play, do it. I want to see how he performs. That's for me. That's what I'm looking at.
You know what? That's a good benchmark, man. Because I mean, listen. At the end of the day, right? Daniel Jones only has 2 more guaranteed games as a New York Football Giant. Okay, that's it. This man's got 2 more games.
Antonio, we'll get you, baby.
Yeah, of course, we got you. We got you back. He's got 2 more games to prove that he's worth his salt to be here next year. And for him to step up and take control of this game and be the reason or part of the reason, because he doesn't have to be the reason why we win, but he needs to be part of the reason why we win this game. This is a game that regardless of what was on the line, we look at the Colts and we say, okay, we can beat this team. We got to go and execute better. But we can beat this team. You know, so like the fact of the matter, he already proved everything. I'm tripping. What do you mean? What do you mean? Listen, I'm just simply saying, I don't know if he's proved anything or if he hasn't proved anything, right? Because I don't talk to the coaches, so I don't fucking know. Let's start there. But what I am saying is this: you want to solidify your position here? Go out there and beat these fucking Colts. Go out there and play mistake-free football. Go out there and lead this. Go out there and lead this fucking offense to victory. And if you can't do it, well, then there you fucking go. There's your answer. You want a moment? You want a fucking moment, Daniel? This is your fucking moment. It's to go out there on Sunday in front of your home crowd and beat the Indianapolis Colts.
Listen, this is the last home game of the year. This is the last home game of the year. This is your last chance at home to defend your house. What are you going to do? Now, I do want to address something here. My bad, Knock Chevy, because I didn't have my Twitch chat up, so my bad, guys. But Knock asked at about like 8:42. This is like really late. But he asked, what do you think about Carr getting benched? And when it comes down to that, I think Carr's done. I think they're moving on. They're getting ready to move on to it in a different direction. It's very well possible, that he's going to be traded at the end of the year. Keep an eye on a team like the New York Jets. He did come out and say, obviously, last year that he didn't want to play for another team other than the Raiders.
Hey, yo,
keep an eye on that.
Is this fucking? I'm sorry. Is this fucking YouTube Yoda's fucking burner account? I think this is fucking YouTube Yoda's burner account because you talking on the same kind of time that Tana's talking right now. This 3-year, $100 million deal. I mean, listen, I don't fucking know, man. All right, I don't know what they're gonna do. I personally said that I would keep him here for at least a year for continuity purposes. But I'm sorry, you were talking about Carr. Go ahead.
Yeah, no. I mean, it's clear, that they're moving on from Derek, and rightfully so. It's not working. It's not working. Could it be the coach? Maybe. Because Carr was performing last year, but could it be the coach? Maybe. Could it be the quarterback? Maybe. But in this kind of situation, I don't think that Davis is gonna want to go ahead and get another head coach in there in 2 years. When they lost Gruden last year, now they went ahead and they brought in Josh McDaniels. I don't think Josh McDaniels is done. Dash, I don't agree with you. I don't think they're going to give McDaniels another year. And if they're struggling again next year, then yeah, I think he's probably done. Probably done.
Listen, it's a fucking mess over there, y'all. I'm glad that's not our situation. Like we've already gone through this part. Hopefully we don't get back to this part again. That's a fucking mess over there. That shit is a mess. McDaniels is probably going to be gone. I mean, like, listen, bro, you couldn't win with that roster you had there. Like, you couldn't get the job done with that roster. That's a good ass roster. You couldn't get the job done with that roster. Shit.
I mean, people want to bring up Devontae Adams, but Devontae Adams was still by far their best weapon. And by adding him, they went ahead and, that aided helping Josh Jacobs to go ahead and have probably his best career, season. So we'll see what happens with that. I agree with Antonio. You got to give McDaniels time to try to get things going. So we'll see what they do. We see what they do this off season and next season, and depending on where they're at, they may potentially go ahead and cut ties with Josh and reset the clock on both the quarterback and the head coaching decision. I mean, it's playing out. It's playing out that way where if Josh doesn't make it, and they suck next year, they'll bring in another head coach, and the head coach will go ahead and reset the quarterback clock. They'll probably have a top tier draft pick. Coach will come in, draft their quarterback, and they'll start new, start fresh. It's just when you look at teams in the National Football League that are always going to let you down, it's the Raiders, it's the Browns, it's the Cowboys. Like they're always going to let you down.
Don't listen. Don't say that about the Cowboys, man. Just
fuck the Cowboys.
Yeah, I know, but let's not put that energy out into the universe that these motherfuckers. I don't want to get these motherfuckers no nothing. Okay, let's just
the Cowboys. Fuck the Eagles.
Yeah, fuck them too.
Fuck the Commanders.
Yeah, fuck them. Yeah, definitely fuck them.
Fuck
them.
Pause.
Definitely fuck them. Okay, so let me tell you all about the thing that I really want to see because I agree with you about your Danny Jones take. I think that like Dash said, listen, the table was set, okay? it's time to put up a shut up, bro. Go win this fucking game. Get us in the goddamn playoffs in front of your in your crib in front of your people. Go make it happen, bro. I guarantee you, he makes that shit happen. Danny Jones ain't going fucking nowhere. That's just what it's gonna be. But he fall on his face this weekend. He don't get the goddamn job done this weekend. We may be done talking about Daniel Jones. just so you know. Just so you know. But here's the thing that I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to Evan Neal. I want to see Evan Neal because I have a feeling that he's not going to have as bad as a game that he has had these past couple of weeks. These past couple of weeks, he has gotten his ass kicked. He's been getting just beat the fuck up. And listen, I'm not losing my mind about this shit. All right, I told y'all how good Andrew Thomas was. Okay, some other people agree with me when I told y'all about how good Andrew Thomas was, and then people was flipping the fuck out about Andrew Thomas because he wasn't doing all that well in his rookie season. And now Andrew Thomas is one of the best fucking tackles in the. Listen, y'all, when I tell you that I love me some Evan Neal, and I know that this kid's gonna bounce back and he's gonna be just fine, I'm not concerned about Evan Neal. I want to see how this kid plays, and even if Evan Neal has a bad game, let's just say he quote unquote. Did you hear a crazy take that Neal was contemplating retirement? I think that's ridiculous, and I won't even entertain that any further. But the fact of the matter is
that dude loves football. He ain't fucking retired.
That's ridiculous. I just want to say that, like, I want to see how this kid goes out there and plays, and he can have a bad game, and I won't even be mad at him if he's just out there trying to compete. Snap after snap after snap, not looking like a defeated asshole, but somebody that's trying to get it, go and win a fucking rep. Listen, y'all know how many fucking reps we lose on that field in them trenches? You know how many reps you lose? You only got to win a couple. You only got to win a few important reps. And I just want to see this man get out there and try to win those fucking few important reps. I'm just saying. You lose reps all the time. You lose reps, 5, 6, 7 times in one drive sometimes. It happens. That's just how the shit goes. I want to see if this kid can bounce back because I really, really like Evan Neal.
He's going to be a good player in this league.
I don't give a shit how y'all feel about it. Yeah. Okay, last thing. Give me your prediction of this game. Oh, great and wise RZeroB, and then give me your hot take.
I'm picking Giants 20-17. 2017 okay. Giants.
Okay.
Hot take. Hot take will be Kayvon gets 3 sacks in this game.
Is that really a hot take?
Yeah, he hasn't done that yet.
Okay, Kayvon, 3 sacks. And the Giants are going to win. What was the score?
20-17.
20-17. So a 3-point game.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. I actually think that the point differential will be a little bit larger. I'm going to go on ahead and say that I do have the New York Football Giants being able to pull out this victory. The Giants will win by 6 points. And I don't know why it's. I'm going to just say that there's two field goals that are kicked. Coach's going to have the ball last, and they're going to be driving up the field trying to score. Giants going to be able to get the stop. We're going to win the football game. Giants going to make the playoffs, and we all will rejoice. That's what I think is going to happen. Don't quote me on shit because I get this shit wrong all the time. I get this shit wrong all the time. All right, let's do one more thing before we get out of here.
This is the biggest thing.
Let's do one more thing before we get out of here. Now, you will notice that at the bottom of my screen, there is a ticker that says follow my Twitter at Pestilence, PESTALANCE. Okay, I will give you a few moments to anyone that can hear
And
the
me.
sound of my voice. Make sure you definitely follow RZeroB. If you can hear the sound of my voice, make sure you're following me, because if you're not following me, then you're not going to get the clue. Okay? Y'all thought I was going to announce a winner today, but I'm not, because what we're doing is we're doing a little game. We're playing a little game. Okay? So, here's what you're going to do. You're going to go to my Twitter at Pestilence, and you will notice that there is a tweet that was literally just sent, that is now pinned to my profile. It says, and I quote, "Tell the big blue beards why you love 1, the Giants, and 2, their beards. Best answer will be chosen on Thursday night at 8 p.m. at the following location." And I have a link to their channel. You will have to go and put in why you love the Giants and why you love the big blue beards. And they're going to pick one of you crazy assholes to take my seats. Now, this is what I'm going to say, okay? And I'm going to be completely serious here with you guys, all right? Because I want you to understand something, okay? I don't do this for clout. I don't do this for the views. I don't do this for the clicks, okay? Some of y'all may not, a lot of y'all, most of y'all ain't gonna win shit, right? It just is what it is. Some of y'all ain't gonna win shit, and you're gonna unfollow me. And if that's how you feel, then cool. Sorry about that, right? But I don't do this for that.
Man, what am I, fucking chopped liver? All right, man, I see how it is.
Shut the fuck up, bro. So listen to me, okay? Because I just got to make sure that y'all understand what I'm saying to y'all. What I'm saying to y'all. I'm not doing this for clout. I'm not doing this for none of that. I'm not doing this for followers. None of that shit, okay? I do this out of genuine love, because there is somebody who would really love to go to this game and sit in these tickets. There's someone that would really, really enjoy it. May make their whole fucking year, right? May be the highlight of their year, and it allows me to kind of give back to my family, which is you assholes, okay? So listen, with that being said, you are sitting in my seats at the stadium. There are other people there that know who I am. Don't be acting an ass in my seats. Don't be making a spectacle of yourself. Don't get sloppy drunk. Don't throw up everywhere. But have yourself a fucking blast. Okay? But just please respect my 2 seats that I paid for in Giant Stadium, or in MetLife Stadium. I'm sorry. It's always going to be Giant Stadium to me. All right? So listen. Go to that tweet. Go to that tweet. Put make the big blue beards pick you as the person to get these tickets, okay? And that's what we're going to do. Now, that being said, there's some other things that I need you to do. Obviously, you got to fucking follow Rob, okay? Like, first of all, if you're not following Rob, I don't know what your fucking problem is. Rob is the face of this goddamn shit, okay? So you need to be following them. You also need to be following the big blue beards. You also need to be following Sergeant Mayhem. You need to be following Big Smooth. You need to be following Monty. You need to be following these people.
New York Revival.
You need to be following New York Revival.
El Jefe.
Okay? Now.
AKA Blue Jersey. AKA White Jersey.
Blue
AKA
Jersey.
Damn It Daniel. AKA El Jefe.
This mofo with everything. Everything. Okay, and just for you guys just so you know, I want to let you guys know that these are my actual seats. Okay, and these seats are in section 104, row 24, seats 9 and 10. Look, they're right here. Just so you know, They're real. I really have them. They're my tickets. I'm going to give them to somebody. Okay? I want you to have them. I want you to enjoy them. I want you to go have a good time. And hopefully the Giants win, and it could be a great experience for you. So good luck to all of you, right? Very, very, very happy that we can do this kind of stuff for you. We will always have kind of cool-ass giveaways and shit that we will do all the fucking time, right? And again, it's because we love y'all, man. Y'all are our family, and we want to take care of y'all, and we want y'all to have good experiences just like we have good experiences. We get to share all this shit we're building together. You know what I'm saying? So, Rob, I think the floor is going to be yours as we close this Mamma Jammer.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, man, we appreciate you guys hanging out with us this evening, chopping it up. Shout out to the Hub, man. If you guys aren't following Hub, make sure you guys go follow him. Does his Hub podcast on Tuesday nights. Then he does the Young Gun podcast with KB, which is probably kicked off already. So they do that. So be sure to check them out. Make sure you're checking out New York Revival, El Jefe, Spiro, and Eli Rax. Make sure you're giving them some love. We got Big Dash in the channel. Make sure you guys are checking him out. Channel is growing and monthly. So go ahead and show him some support. Great content, hilarious dude, and a good guy, to say the least. Go ahead and check out the Beards. Check them out. Monty, Mayhem, Smooth. I'm drawing a brain fart there. Smooth. Check them out. Make sure that you follow them. Good dudes as well. Mayhem has probably got the best beard out of all of them. I'm just being honest with you.
Mayhem's beard is pretty fucking sexy.
Mayhem's beard is scrumptious.
It really fucking
pretty
is.
good.
Yeah. Can't even lie.
We got Antonio in the chat as well.
Antonio,
on Twitter, he's Breaking Tackles podcast. He does a podcast show as well. He hasn't done any podcasts recently, but what he has been doing is he has been uploading breakdown play videos from all 22s. So make sure you check him out on Twitter. He posts those on Twitter, giving breakdowns. Me, myself, follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Twitch. Follow me on YouTube. We do daily Twitter spaces. We do them Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And they go for 8 to 12 hours a day. They're all day, every day. Taking Tuesdays and Thursdays to kind of reset. So make sure if you guys want to jump in, talk Giants football, talk with some of the good guys in there. Dash is in there. Antonio's in there. I'm in there. PTA drops in on Mondays typically, or whenever he has an opportunity to jump in. And your Revival's in there. So be sure to come in and show some love and show some support. Also, not only will somebody be getting the tickets to go see your team clinch a playoff berth, but if the Giants do win on Sunday, me, will be doing a 24-hour Twitter space, a 24-hour New York Giants Twitter space. Okay,
ooh, boy, it's going to be a motherfucker.
Now, I can't tell you that I won't fall asleep, okay, but we'll be playing some games. I'll be live on Twitch as well for a little bit. We'll play some games, some Fortnite, Call of Duty. We'll make it fun and entertaining, so we'll do that. So be sure to go ahead and show some support there. Make sure that right here, where you're at now, if you're on our Twitches, hit the follow button. We do appreciate it. If you want to be so kind and show us your generosity, you can click the subscribe button as well. That definitely helps us out from a financial standpoint. We appreciate that. If you're on YouTube, subscribe. Both of those are free. Share it, tweet it out. We do appreciate the love and support. Remember, guys, we are a fan of the New York Giants. We are not a fan, or we do not put any certain players above the organization. We are a fan of the team. Let's support the team, no matter who is on the team. Let's go ahead and do it together. Because listen, I said it earlier in Twitter Spaces before. Both times when the Giants won Super Bowls, it was just me at a party, and one was with my wife, okay? Now, think about it like this. Twitter Spaces. You get to celebrate a potential, at some point in time, a Super Bowl victory with people in Germany, Texas, Spain, Italy, Virginia, North Carolina, New York, Texas, California, all over the world. You get to celebrate a Giants victory screaming from the heavens when we win a Super Bowl championship. Whether that's this year, next year, or 2 or 3 years from now, let's all get together. and be tough together. So, with all that being said,
Fuck yeah. Let's go win a fucking football game. Winner, you're in, baby.
Game.
Let's do this shit.
I am RZeroB. He is PTA, aka Pest the Analyst. And we are your Giants Talk podcast. Thank you for watching. Enjoy the show. We are signing off. Go Giants and deuces.